Hello, everybody, and welcome to April 2023. This is your Goddess Guidance Oracle message. My name is Deanna Durrell. I am your intuitive relationship coach and spiritual mentor from thedancinggoddess.com. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. I will pull general messages for the entire month, so what you can expect on an energetic level as it relates to your relationships. These messages apply whether you are single or attached, and I encourage you to get a sheet of paper out and as the cards go up, pause the video and write down, what could this mean for me? Each of you is going to see something differently. Some of you are very visual and you'll be drawn to a certain part of the card. Others of you latch onto the words of the card or what I'm saying. So this is an opportunity for you to exercise your intuition. Okay, so let me give you some important dates before we start pulling the cards, okay? The first thing is that the theme of April is trust your intuition. You're going to be given many opportunities this month to really anchor into that gut feeling, that part of you that knows something and you don't know how you know. And April 5th, so that's the first date I want you to write down or circle on your calendar, we have a powerful full moon in Libra. I will talk more about this in a second, but just write down April 5th. Also write down April 19th. The moon is going to be in Aries. We have a new moon. It's great for new beginnings. And then finally, we have Mercury retrograde from April 21st to May 14th. So I'll talk about that as well. But let's get right into it. So overall, this month is about being receptive to stuff, messages, signals, symbols beyond your logical mind. And the first card for the week is Heart Home. Oh, how beautiful. Compassion. So we have the full moon in Libra in that first week of April. And Libra is a sign of balance. It's the scales. It's the quintessential relationship and partnership card. So if those of you that are single have been wanting to get married or even make a deeper commitment to the communities, to the friendships, to your family members, doesn't have to just be love. This is a great week to set those in stone and to start the wheels in motion. It starts by having compassion for people, compassion for yourself. There may be some forgiveness and some heart healing that happens in this first week because it is a full moon. It is a time when things come to completion. It's a time to be grateful and to really see, who's left standing by the end of that full moon week. And whoever's still there, whoever still has your heart, you can actually put in the work, you both can, to make it last for the long haul. Now, I'm also drawn to the number 27 in numerology that breaks down to a 9, which is all about endings of cycles, completion. So there may be some breakups that happen or some letting go of relationships that happen. But because it's in the sign of Libra, it's going to be fair. It's going to be, no surprises, so to speak. It's going to probably be this continuation of a feeling that you've had but haven't done anything about. And then you may just decide, or somebody decides for you, but it'll be a gentle ending. And also wrapping things up. So maybe a project ends or comes to completion, and it's really a great time to be thankful. If you're doing intentions, it's a wonderful moon to, get specific around relationships. What has completed? What have you learned? What are you proud of? It's not a time to make new intentions and new beginnings. That's for the new moon. But full moons are about gratitude. Okay, then we go to the second week in April. I just want to make sure I'm hitting all the right dates for you guys. Okay, so that second week in April is about grace and generosity. I love this card. And you know what? I just want to give credit to the authors, Alberto Villoldo and Colette Baron-Reid, two of my favorite people on the planet, the Shaman's Dream Oracle. So the message for week 2, where can you be generous in your relationships? Where can you give, with no strings attached? And where can you receive with, a generous heart and grace and not feel like you have to even the scales? This card makes me laugh because this creature, right? These creatures, they're like just enjoying life. They're like at the top of the heap, they're receiving, there's beauty, there's abundance, there's connection and love. So it's really about give and take this second week. Beautiful energy. Okay, then we go into week 3 where there's a lot going on. We have, on the one hand, a very powerful new moon in Aries on the 19th, which is all about like, let's get out, let's do something differently, stop talking about it, like go fucking do it, excuse my language. And when it comes to love, it's about leading. So where do you need to express yourself and stop tiptoeing around what you really want? Where do you need to enlist support, right, around you so that you can go after this thing that has your heart's desire? It's about being bold. It's about, if you feel afraid, just doing it anyway, all of that energy. But then there's a little hiccup because towards the end of the week on the 21st, we have the start of lovely Mercury retrograde, which can throw a wrench in your plans. It can force you to slow down, backtrack, go back to the drawing board, totally throw out your plans and start over. But it's so beautiful because it gives you an opportunity to fine tune. And the card for the third week, mindful. So there's a lot going on in this picture. There's going to be a lot of collaboration that happens in the third week, a lot of ideas. Again, enlisting support, knowing that you're not doing it yourself, but ultimately you may be the one to have to lead the troops or lead yourself and get out of your own way. And at the same time, there is so much happening. There are so many opportunities. You may be flooded with dates or flooded with invitations, or maybe your boss gives you a heap more work to do and you're like, oh my gosh, how am I going to get it all done? Just know that you will be juggling in the third week and that not everything is going to come to completion, and it's okay because it's not meant to. So just relax. And again, the number 40, it's about systems, it's about structure. It breaks down to a 4, which is, do the things that have legs, do the things that have a strong, firm foundation behind them. The wispy ideas that sound great for someday, but you don't really have the juice, the time, the resources to hit the ground running and actually implement, put them, on a sheet of paper called ideas for later. Focus on what matters the most to you and where your energy wants to go naturally, okay? And then as we close out the month, this is a very interesting card. Look at this. Skywriting the fates. So by the end of the month, if you've been trusting your intuition, if you've been watching the signs, if you've been taking massive action once that moon goes into Aries on the 19th for those last 2 weeks in April, and you see what's left standing, there's going to be a karmic reward. There's going to be something that comes to you either through the form of a deep knowing that you're on the right track, or a deep knowing that maybe you need to make some major changes as we go into May. Okay, so the fates are with you, spirit is with you. If something didn't pan out by the end of the month, don't freak out. It's, something else is coming in its place. And the 49 breaks down to a 13, which is the sign of the magician. So there's magic at work. There's stuff going on behind the scenes that you can't see, and that's okay. So you may end the month on this very reflective, kind of mystical, like, wow, like look at all that's happened, and I'm not quite sure where I'm going, but look at these little signs that I keep getting, and really taking note of that. It's a really action-packed month. So let's go over that again. Start by doing an assessment of your relationships. Where do you want to give more? Where do you need to receive more? Are you a generous giver? Can you receive with grace? If not, that might be your lesson. Mid-month, don't get drawn into what everybody else is doing. Do enlist help, but know that you may be juggling. But by the end of the month, it'll be clear. Something will be clear, something will come to fruition, and you will have your next step, even if it sounds like, oh gosh, like how would I ever do that? Your intuition will be speaking to you if you're going to listen. That's the key. Are you listening or are you ignoring the messages? Because they'll just come stronger and repeat themselves. Okay, so if you enjoyed this, this is an energetic exchange. Please share it with somebody that you love, share it with your communities. And if you'd like more resources on how to trust your intuition, how to create empowered relationships, they don't just happen, we have to create them. Check out the website at thedancinggoddess.com and subscribe to this channel so you never miss any of the videos coming to help you trust and love yourself. All right, I love you guys. Have an amazing April. And remember, if you hear nothing else from this, trust your intuition. It will never lead you astray. Trust your intuition. All right, over and out. Bye.